Hey, everyone. We are here, me and Clemence. Welcome to day one of the Breathe Live Summit. Something that was completely a download from Spirit, something that just came through and I acted on it. Let me make sure, this is my first time using this app, so let me make sure that we are live and give some of you time to log in and join us. Let me see. Okay, awesome. I see myself on my page. Yay, welcome. Those of you that are here and online with us. If you want us to be able to see your comments, those of you that are streaming this live in my group, there are instructions where you can go one time and allow, I think it's called StreamYard, to access your name. So that way when you comment, Clem and I will know who's commenting on the post. So I am going to bring my sister Clemence in. Clemence, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
fine.
good.
Were you able, I know you wanted to share this with people on your
Yes.
platform. Were you able to do that? Hey, Rachel.
I am.
Okay, and we're looking good. We're on my personal page. We are looking great. And I'm so excited to have you on today. I am actually, let me see, I think I'm going to keep this up just in case. Let me go to my group.
Okay.
And make sure that it's going live in the group. Rochelle, I'm so glad you are here with us. I see you, sister.
Hey, Rochelle. Good to see you. Thank you for coming today.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I'm going to turn this phone off. I'm a part of this group and in my apartment complex, and they just keep on texting. So I have turned my phone off.
Can you tell everybody again the name of your group?
The name of my group is Vibrant Living and Inspired Confidence. Vibrant Living and Inspired Confidence. Oh, good. Rochelle is here. Sonora is here. Yay, Seattle is in the house. We have Seattle,
Yes.
Carolina. We have Minneapolis in the house. I love saying Minneapolis in the house. So awesome. This is going to be a really special afternoon, and I'm so blessed and excited to bring to you, sisters, one of my closest friends, Clem LeFrades. Clem used to kick my butt when I worked out at her fitness boutique there in the Seattle area, and we have just been sisters. Distance has not separated us, thank God, and it's just been beautiful watching her spiritual journey, watching her really evolve as a woman and as a business owner. So let me introduce you to my beautiful sister officially. So for the last 17 years, Clem LeFrades, also known as Clemence, has helped hundreds of women create physical and mental strength as a certified personal trainer and life coach as the owner of the Victory Get Fit Club. After a series of life-changing events, she has pivoted her brick and mortar into a co-working space to help other trainers build their businesses, and now she has followed her soul calling into the healing arts as a certified singing bowls, sound healing practitioner, and energy healer. She is also a podcaster on her show, Slay and Shine, Slay and Shine Self-Care and Empowerment. She is also a vlogger on Instagram, IGTV as Slay and Shine, and a blogger on a lot of S's there, Clemence, slayandshine.com. Today, her purpose is helping souls heal, create true happiness and inner peace by prioritizing self-care, both mind and body, and empowered inner strength.
Yes.
Now, that is a lot, Clemens.
Been through a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, just doing this work is a lot. You and I are multi-talented. We have all these passions, and we just, I just love how we've both been really committed to our own personal growth, as well as staying committed to our heart's calling and desire to serve women. Yeah. So welcome
Thank
to
you.
the Tell Us Summit, virtual summit. So
happy to be here, everybody. Spread the love.
Yes, share. This is actually live on my personal page. So if you are watching, please share this with your audience. This is going to be a really special afternoon. So how this is going to work is I am going to be asking Clemens some questions. We're going to go through some questions just to educate you on what sound therapy is. I actually got hip to sound therapy using Tibetan bowls, using crystal bowls about 10 years ago in Savannah, Georgia, where I experienced my first sound bath. And then when I was living in LA, I experienced them more and more, and I just can't tell you how those sound baths transformed my sense of inner peace inside myself. I would just always walk away feeling so renewed and so regenerated. And so when my sister Clem told me she'd been experiencing sound baths and then she went and got certified, I was a little jealous, but super happy too. So if I wanted to be a sound healer too, but just to see.
You want to do everything.
I know, girl. You know how we are,
Yeah.
I know. Rochelle always tells me, Dorothy-Inez, you have like 10 million talents. And I go, I know.
Stay focused, girl.
But girl, I'm staying focused. I've gotten back into my beauty lane, but part of beauty is still healing.
Amen.
How I heal. So we're going to go through some questions, and I hope you girls walk away feeling educated, walking away feeling inspired. I want to invite you, if you don't have your headphones, make sure you have headphones handy, because when Clemens starts doing the sound bath, you're going to want to feel the vibrations of the beautiful sounds that she's going to be bringing to us. So, sis, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Chill and have a little conversation here. So, Clem, tell us first and foremost, what is sound therapy, healing therapy? Tell us about it.
There's a lot of different instruments, and a lot of cultures and a lot of countries and a lot of original people have used music for a long time. Even biblically, it's been in the Bible. Different types of instruments incorporating that into our holistic wellness. Mm-hmm. And also there's stories in the Bible talking about how it actually has given freedom, either playing instruments, singing, has created, God commanded to do a thing and then they did it and it created their freedom. But a lot of other cultures have used it. Native Americans have their own instruments they use. Tibetan, we're doing Tibetan bowls today. These are crystal quartz, and this is made out of seven alloys, metal alloys, mm-hmm. That correspond to our 7 energy centers, mm-hmm. and also the planets. But there's like in Africa, there's drums. In Asia, there's strings. And so it's different for everyone. In the New Zealand and Australia areas, they have these long, really long things they blow into, and it has this, yeah, and it makes this, it makes them, and it's meant to energize and recenter and clear our energy centers in our body, because we are not just our physical particle matter body, but we are our soul too. And this helps with recalibrating, clearing, and re-energizing our soul body, not just our physical body, because they both work together simultaneously.
So it's even kind of like our voice, because the instruments are actually creating vibration through the body. And so singing is another form of sound therapy. So it helps to calm the nervous system. So we're just using something via the bowls is something externally that also provides vibration to the body, but it's coming from the external to internal. Would you agree?
Even when you sing, it is external, because you're creating sound vibration, which is an energy. Light energy, and then there's sound energy. You speak a word and the world was manifested, right?
So resonance.
Yeah, the resonance. So each bowl has a note, and the notes correspond with an energy center. So that note is used, like D note, this bowl is a D, in the sound note of D. So, it's important. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. So the words you say have vibrations, have notes. The words you sing, the notes you sing. And if you're in prayer or meditation, you might want to not just say the words, but also add the music to it. And a lot of religions use music. So and a lot of cultures use music to help heighten that spirituality, to help heighten the soul.
Right. So what's coming through for me as I'm listening to you talk about these notes. So can you explain to the women listening, how do these notes correspond with healing? So each note is healing a different part of our body, a different part of our energy centers, as you refer to it. So can you explain what notes are in your bowl, and what kind of healing does it correspond with as you play each note?
Okay, so I have had in the past issues with heart, broken heart, betrayal, sadness, issues with abandonment, things like that. So my heart, over time of not being able to process or heal, one of the first things I did after an anxiety attack that I had in 2017 that caused me to seek out and find help. One of the first things I found was sound baths, and then a meditation guru. But this is the D bowl, and the D is said by Tibetans to be the note that corresponds with the heart center, the heart energy. And when if you've seen online, maybe on YouTube or on Facebook, but there's a lot of scientific study on when a heart monitor is hooked up to the heart beat and the heart rhythm is, and they can see the pattern of the heart based on the bowl being filled with water. And you can see the beautiful formations. It looks like flowers. It looks like snowflakes. It looks like beautiful pattern. And a heart that is not coherent, a heart that is not beating and creating a vibration at the right frequency, you can see the pattern is jagged, it's hard, it's harsh. And so it's scientifically shown that I think easier, because a heart center and the heart energy has a sound and a frequency and a vibration. It's easier to pick up on that one because it is louder than maybe the other parts of our body. That one, it's easily tested, and people are seeing more of like evidence that we do have energy centers within our body.
And let me just jump in here. When we say notes, what we're talking about, ladies, is musical notes. So the
Yes.
D note on that bowl would be the same D note you might click on a piano when you hit the D, when you hit the F. If you play a chord, a D chord on a guitar, that's what we mean by notes. So we have the D note, which is going to help with the heart. What other ones do you have there?
I have G.
What is
I have everything. I have C, F. F is for being grounded and rooted. So that's our energy center down in our reproductive center. If you deal with fear in creating stabilization for your home or money issues, providing food and shelter, if you suffer from anxiety and fear in that area, this is the note. This is the bowl for that. And then we have like the throat center, where people have a hard time speaking their truth and saying what they mean. Maybe you're a people pleaser and it's causing anxiety or identity issues within yourself because you're constantly morphing into what other people what you think other people want you to be and what you think other people need from you. So you are not showing up freely and truthfully and authentically in life. And that eventually will cause, I know, because from my own experience, will cause issues it within your soul. And when your soul is unhealthy, your body becomes unhealthy and eventually shuts down, which is what happened to mine. Even though I am a personal trainer, I know what I'm supposed to be doing physically, but there's only so much you can do in the physical realm. You can keep pushing and pressing and gritting and grinding and hustling through the physical realm and trying to make things happen. But if your soul is unhealthy in some aspect, whether it be, you're not speaking your truth and not saying what you really feel and not communicating correctly, or if your heart is broken, or you deal with stress due to money and shelter and food and just the basic necessities of life, or you're not using your creative zone, and you're not showing, you're constantly being pulled in so many directions, you don't have to sit with yourself and your creativity is not being able to be utilized. These are, our different centers, our different energy centers do different things. They have different messages and they have different jobs. And so we want to align them and make sure they're flowing freely, they're fully energized. And if anything is closed or blocked, or we have to do the work. And so the thing is with bowls or energy healing and all of that, you can go to someone to do it, but you have to also do the work outside of here. So it's your mindset work, your inner child work, your gratitude work, your prayer and your meditation. You have to do the upkeep to maintain the energy, because you can fix something, like going to a chiropractor and crack your back. But then if you're not working out and strengthening the muscles that hold your hips in place, it'll go back out. So you're constantly going to the chiropractor trying to fix something, but it's temporary if you're not doing your own personal development, your own personal work to heal. So if you have issues, typically for us, we have issues that come up from childhood between, since birth to 7 years old, issues that came up that happen, maybe a trauma, maybe a fear, maybe a hurt or something that happened in our past, and we may have closed that down and shut it down, and now that we're in our 40s and 50s, we forgot about it. It's still in our mind. It still played a part in the circuitry of our brain, and we're wondering why we react certain ways to certain people or situations, or why we do things and other people seem calm and collect, or how, we yell and then someone else is talking quietly and softly and calmly.
Work. You have to be willing to do the inner work. So that takes me, Clem, into how did you get into sound therapy? What was the catalyst, so to speak, that led you into doing this work and subsequently wanting to become a sound healer?
Well,
short.
I'm keeping it short, but 3 years ago, I experienced something in my body that felt like death, and I really thought I was dying. I was in my office, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't breathe. My chest just started caving in and tightening up. And then I fell to the floor because I wanted to go downstairs and tell my kids and my husband, like, hey, call the ambulance. But then I fell to the floor. I was flat on this ground right here, and I couldn't move. And then I tried to yell for help, and no voice came out. And I couldn't breathe because my lungs and my heart just felt constricted. And I thought, that's it, I'm dying. And I was scared.
Right.
And then I thought, oh my God, I can't even tell my kids that I love them. Are they going to be okay? So then I went from fear to then worrying about them. How are they going to be? How's my husband going to be? How are they going to make it without me? And, and then all of a sudden a peace, then I just decided to accept it. Well, if this is what I'm doing, this is what we're doing, let's go in. Mm-hmm. And I just surrendered into the possibility of death. I surrendered to letting go and dying. And then I breathed and I said, God, just tell the kids, tell my husband that I love them and that I will see them again.
Wow.
And once I said that, I was ready. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm ready. This peace just came through my body. This peace, I can't even understand it. I can't explain it really. It was like this settling, this peace, this comfort, like someone was hugging me. A warmth came up around my body, and then I was able to move. And then I was able to talk. Mm-hmm. And then I started crying, like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
This was my head. Like, I had been experiencing, that year was a lot happening for me in my business. I had already been in business for, I think, 15 years at that point in the current business that I was in. I am still in my gym, my fitness boutique for women. And I was experiencing a lot of pressure and stress, and I'm feeling betrayed, feeling abandoned, feeling just a lot of issues, and realizing now that I've been doing the journey of self-healing and inner child work and going through seeing a life coach and energy healer for this process. The first thing I thought of was I need to get my mind in a calmer state of peace and serenity, because this constant hustle and grind and serving and caring about everybody's needs and everybody's, opinions about me, and everybody, you should do this, you should do that. Everybody has an opinion about how you should run your life and your business all the time.
Yeah, women are dealing with that
in my body. And what happens is when your soul is unhealthy, your mind and soul is unhealthy, it will shut down your body for you and make you take that rest. So I constantly tell my clients all the time, if you are not proactively meditating, de-stressing, to pray, do your gratitude every day, then your body will create a way for you to do it. You'll have adrenal fatigue syndrome and be in bed for 6 months. You'll have a panic attack and having to, your body will show the symptoms of what is happening inside of your soul.
So that's what led you to this. It was finding something that was going to bring that peace and calm to
serenity,
into your body temple.
And it really does. And you'll see when we get started in the sound bath, it's a little bit different virtually and on headphones, but you can feel the vibrations in your body. You can feel the cradling of unconditional love, the cradling of peace beyond understanding. You can feel the held, you're being held. And that's what I wanted to come back to. That's what I was searching for. And and that's how I found this.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things I know and I've learned is that we have to do the inner healing. We have to do things like this, like the prayer, like the meditation, these forms of release, because if we don't start releasing this out of our body temple, this dis-ease creates disease in the body. And that's where we're blocking, where you talk about the energy centers. When we begin to hold in stress in our body, guess what? We begin to develop heart conditions, holding in, not speaking your truth, all of these things. It just starts to develop things like cancer, diabetes, different things, hypertension begin to show up in the body because we are not doing our own healing work. So I have a question for you, because some of our listeners who may be looking, maybe like us, Clemence, some of us are, you and I, we're still Jesus followers, but some people are Jesus followers that are looking onto this and they go, oh my goodness, this looks like some Eastern stuff. I'm kind of nervous about it. What would you say to that sister or brother who is in this place that they might fear experiencing what we are talking about here? They're not where we are in their own soul's evolution. What would you say to that sister or brother listening today?
I love and follow Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. So that's not going to change. What has changed is learning to listen deeper within, because Jesus did say that when I leave, you will do more than these miracles. You will do more than me when I leave. Mm-hmm. And so healing, laying of hands as an energy healer, that's in the Bible. Sound, praying, singing, instruments, marching around Jericho until the walls fall down. That's in the Bible. All of that's in there. So I did have to struggle with it at first. I thought, oh my gosh, because I did live in a bubble where, this is the way and this is the only way. And if it's not taught the way that we taught you, then it's wrong.
Right.
But because I went through such a painful part of my life, mm-hmm. My body shut down. And when it shut down, I was able to listen deeper into my soul, into my spirit. And we're all a part of God. And that means all of the answers that we need, all of the things that we pray for, all of the things that we are looking for is already within us. Right. But we're so busy going to that person, this person, I'm going to do what you tell me to do, that, that we don't realize that the guru, the person, or just the answers, the energy, the uniteness with God is within us. We're created in the likeness and image of God. That means we are a seed manifestation of God on earth. So we have those powers. We're linked into the unified field of God. So we have the answers. We have the powers. We just tend to look outside of ourselves so much that you have to feel for you what's right for you. Maybe sound bowls might be not for you, and maybe a different instrument, a different way of creating frequency and the notes that that correspond to healing works for you. Right. This is what I found. And what helped me, I think, in the journey is studying. That science is now it has been studying this for a long time with words, which is in the Bible, life and death is the power of our words. Yeah. And seeing that the vibration of words and the intention in the heart, which the Bible talks about too, is powerful. And science has proved it with water and water crystals.
Because we are mostly water.
72% water.
Right.
Yeah. And so I had to do the research because I think a lot with my head. I had to change that and less with my heart. And the biggest, I think, issue with me was the heart and mind connection. I couldn't get my soul and my physical brain and physical body to connect. So it was, because I lived in here so long.
Right.
So for me, if you're a Christian, you're like, oh, this is all witchcraft. Totally get it. I was there too.
We both were there, right?
I was there too. I totally get it. I was like, this is witchcraft.
Yeah.
But do the due diligence, listen in your heart, and then find there is now science and religion are they're slowly but surely starting to actually
Merge.
merge. They're starting to show that a lot of what we've been learning is true. And just that the one way that you've been doing it all this time, you may need to expand the ways that you're doing it in order to get the science benefit, the science of energy healing into your life.
Right. So and what Clem is saying is I highly encourage. One thing I always teach the women that follow me is that you have to do your own due diligence. You have to trust that Holy Spirit within, which is what I believe Clem is sharing with us as well. Is we all have. You don't need to seek without. We a lot of times our different faith, it doesn't matter if it's Christian, whatever, they can instill fear into us. And what I know, and Jesus said, do ye not know that you are God's? He wished that we would understand our oneness with God as he understood his oneness. But you have to do your own inner work. You have to do what resonates for you. Clem and I weren't at this place, when did we meet, Clem? In like 2012? I mean, we were like, many people who might be listening who may have a little bit of trepidation around this, but this is part of personal growth. And so you have to learn to do what resonates for you. It may not resonate now. Who knows, in 5 years it won't. But I want to share this gift with you that my sister has, because both Clem and I know the power of music, know the power of sound in our own personal healing, whether that's through instruments, whether that's through worship, whether that's through dance, whether that's just listening to music. It is healing and it is powerful.
Yeah.
And if people want to know more about you and your work, I read in the bio you have a podcast. Can you tell them what's your website? How can they connect?
Yeah.
And connect
I blog on slayandshine.com, and I have a podcast called Slay and Shine, Self-Care and Empowerment. I am also not just a trainer, but also a self-care and empowerment coach. So I have also an IGTV called Slay and Shine. So if you go on Instagram, I'm there. And I also have an app through Virtua Gym where I do live videos once a week on meditation and some stretching. But we also have a library of workouts, because the mind and body, or you can call it the body and soul connection, really does work like a glove. If you're only trying to do one area, then the other area eventually is going to suffer. If you only do soul work and you don't exercise, you're going to feel, I know for energy healers, we have to do certain exercises that get the energy flowing and cleared. There's certain moves we have to do to open up the centers. So it's in unison. And so I do have an app that has a library of tons of video on demand, you can create your own workouts. And then I do go live once a week with meditations and stretching.
Okay, so let's clarify, because that was a lot. So you have an app. What's the name of the app?
You'll have to contact me for that. It's victory.virtuagym.com.
Okay. Then
I'll place that in
put it in the comments. And then what is the website?
Slayandshine.com. I'll actually put the app in there so you'll find it easy.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
But you can always contact me in Messenger too.
Okay, beautiful. So let me just look at the comments, Clem, while you go ahead and prepare for the sound bath. Ladies, grab your headphones. If you didn't register through the what is this thing called? StreamYard. If you didn't register, I only see you showing up as Facebook user, but I see Rochelle was here and Rochelle is here. I hope she's still here. Sonura is here. Facebook user 1 and Facebook user 2. Facebook user 3 is Natasha Lee. I see you here. And Sonura says, truth, do your own due diligence. Yes, Sonura, I think I took Sonura to a sound bath while she was visiting me in LA. I can't remember. So I'm going to put on my headphones so I can experience this. And what I would invite you ladies to do is, if you can, and you've got wireless headphones, lay down, get in a comfortable position wherever you are. Lay down, sit up, you know, if you have a pillow, you rest. Clemence, how long will we be doing this? Is this what?
I'll do 15 minutes. The goal is, and here I have 2 goals.
Yeah.
The goal is to get you into a parasympathetic nerve. I want to treat your parasympathetic nervous system, meaning we're constantly day to day in a fight or flight mode. We're trying to hustle, grind, make money, survive. And our bodies are in constant stress, even though you might be under stress, but then wondering why you're fatigued, wondering why you're having anxiety attacks, wondering why, you know, you can't sleep at night. There's a lot of issues that come up with stress. And so what we're finding is, I'm getting a feedback somewhere. What we're finding is that when your body goes into, when we can help your parasympathetic nervous system calm down, that is when your body is able to heal, when you're able to sleep at night, when your body. So we have this thing in the gym we say is, you make muscles in bed, you rip the muscles in the gym. So you go to the gym, you work out, but you're not making muscle. What people think is, I'm going to go to muscle and make gym, or I'm going to the gym to make muscle, but actually you're ripping and tearing tissue in the gym. You go to bed at night, and that's when your muscles come back thicker and stronger and are healing and rejuvenating in your sleep. When your body is resting, that's the time when it can respond to the work that you put it through. It's like a scratch on your skin. If you tear a skin, it comes back thicker and stronger in that area. And that's what we're doing, is creating a space for you to be calm. And have, the second thing is to learn to go into a calm space at least twice a day. Shut down that fight or flight, high cortisol, where you can't process food. One thing, while your body is under stress, when you're high cortisol, you can't process nutrients when you're eating, and you are unable to burn fat because your body is in this mode of, I need to survive. Fight or flight, high cortisol is parasympathetic. Wait, hold on. Is sympathetic. We're creating today parasympathetic nervous system, where it's just slowing your body down, relaxing, allowing it to heal itself. Your body was created to heal itself. All right, so I invite everyone, we're going to get started now. Sit in a very relaxed, there's no rigid, try to take the rigidness out of your body. You're going into a very relaxed, either laying down or sitting. If you're sitting, get a pillow, get something to help you find your joints, give relaxation to your joints. But we will start with breath, 7 deep breaths. And I'm going to use the little bowl first. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. 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 Scan your body. Now find any areas of tension, of fear, of anxiousness. Scan your body from the top of your head, between your eyebrows, your forehead, your temples. Relax, release, surrender. Scan your jaw. Scan your neck. Scan your shoulders. Relax, release, surrender. Bring attention now to your chest. Scan your heart. See if there are any dark spots that need clearing. Are there any areas of unforgiveness, lack of trust, lack of faith that need to be healed? Scan it and see it. Don't run away from the dark parts of you. Everything, all energy, wants to go back to the light. Everything wants to go home to God. Sit with it and ask what area needs attention and healing. What issues and challenges must you face in order to move forward and open up your heart deeper? Now say this: I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. Know that you are constantly and unconditionally loved. The energy within you is true love. You're one with love. Bring your attention now, move that energy to your stomach and your navel. Do you feel any tightness? Any fears? Anxiousness? In regards to job, money, relationships, the birds in the sky are cared for, or have a home and they're fed, how much more are you provided for as a son and daughter of God? Have faith. Relax. Release all your worries to the ultimate creator and provider. Rest and peace, knowing that everything is happening for you, not to you, but for your higher and best good and benefit. Scan now your hips. Find any tension there. Relax. Release. Let go. Surrender. It is okay to move forward in life. You are not stuck or held captive. You were given the gift of free will and have access to the power of creation because you are made in the likeness and image of the Creator. You are the great Creator made manifest on earth. Scan your thighs. Relax. Let go. Surrender. Submit to the calling within your soul to walk forward. Your steps are ordered by your higher self, the Holy Spirit. Be brave. Have faith and trust that you are moving forward. All your steps are ordered of the Lord. Visualize yourself in your highest place as your higher self. Spend time now in this serene space, calm. I'm going to give you a few minutes to spend time with your inner self, your Holy Spirit, your higher self, to ask questions, because all of the answers are within you. Ask any question you want to ask. Ask your higher guide now. higher self, Holy Spirit, your guide. For the time today that you've spent gaining wisdom, faith, and trust. Know that all of the peace, love, serenity, answers are within you. Spend time in this serene place with your guide, your higher self, Holy Spirit, always there for you whenever you need Him. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Another deep breath in. And exhale. Last deep breath in. And exhale. Begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. And join us again here on Earth. In this dimension. Shrug your shoulders. And one last thing, give yourself a hug and thank yourself for the time you spent today prioritizing your self-care, prioritizing your self-love, and making priority to go within for empowerment, within yourself for empowerment. Give yourself one last big hug and exhale. Hope good. Feel. Come back.
That was beautiful. So, Clem, what I'm going to do, first of all, those of you that have tuned in, thank you so very much for being here today. And what I'm going to do is I am going to let go of the people that are on my personal page. I'm going to let you go. And those of you that are tuning in from the group, we're going to literally have a little question and answer. If you want to go ahead, we are just broadcasting now live in the group. I'm going to log onto the group. Clem, thank you so much for doing this. And if there are any questions, we are in the group only live. So if there are any questions you ladies have, now's the time to put them in. Rochelle said, thank you. That was beautiful. Someone, Facebook user said, so powerful, so wonderful. Let me turn my airplane mode off so I can go into the group and just kind of see what the women are saying. How did you feel as you all experienced this? If this was your first time, let us know. Let me see the comments. Let me see, how do I mute that? How did you feel? You can hear me. We don't want to hear me. Oh, it was Sue Rapley said, wonderful. Sonura said, wow, very insightful and beautiful. And this was Sonura's first experience. So Sonura, you need to find out once we start being able to go back out in public, when Clem is going to be doing those over there in where's Victory Get Fit at again?
Actually, I'm going to be doing these in my home because it's more serene and calm. So I do two things. I'll be doing sound baths where it's a group and I do what we did here today, a meditation, a sound bath, allowing you to go inward. But I also do, which I have found to be so powerful, is sound meditation. When these bowls, I put hot water in these bowls. I place the bowls along the meridian of your body, from your neck down to your tailbone, different bowls, and behind your legs. And if you're laying up, they're on your thighs, on your shins and your feet. I lay the bowls with some hot or warm water, and I play the bowls on your body, and the resonance just goes so deep into your bones, past what a massage therapist can actually get to, which is just fascia and muscle. But these can resonate into your joints and reconnect tissue. Science has seen that knees have been revitalized. What are those called? Tendons and ligaments.
You're like, what are those called?
Yeah. Trainer speak. Ligaments and tendons start to actually reconnect and regain its regain. So it's powerful actually having the vibrations on your body. So if you're interested in massage in that way, once I can start. Actually, massage therapists are allowed to have just one-on-one contact, but not group contact. So I can't do sound baths at this time.
Right. So let me ask you this before we head out. Are you doing these baths virtually on a private basis where you might be able to record a healing for them so that they can listen to this at home and experience healing right where they are right now in this particular environment that we're in?
Yeah. So we do like about a 15, 20-minute talk where I kind of can scan your body virtually, ask you what is going on with yourself at this time, and what energy centers are maybe have had some trauma and that need some healing. And I'll focus the bowls that correspond to that for that healing of that energy center. So like I said, for me, for a long time, over 2 years, it took for my heart center to open and soften and crack and let the light in. We'll work on getting from God into your body and rejuvenating the energy centers. But I take about 15, 20 minutes to figure out, we talk, we do some coaching, and then from what we talked about, I go into a specialized healing just for you. That's just for you based on what our conversation is and what you're dealing with in life at right now.
Beautiful. Sonura says, yes, I was literally streaming tears. I can't wait for this opportunity to go live. So I totally, I did this with Clemence this past weekend, and that was my same experience. Sonura, I called her up and I was in tears because, again, it's just beautiful witnessing my sister and witnessing her growth, witnessing her as a healer and really stepping into her gifts. And this is what we do, ladies, as women. When you have this type of community, this type of support, it's just so beautiful to watch each other evolve and really stand with each other and hold space for each other's greatness. And so, Clem, once again, I just want to say thank you on behalf of the community. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing the gift that is you with us today.
You're welcome. I would love to stay in contact with those. I do have a group that I'm doing a stretch because, like I said, the mind and body and soul do work together in unison. So on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific time, we're doing stretching, and then I do 30 minutes of sound bath. And that's what Dorothy-Inez was speaking on that we had on this past Saturday. So if you'd like to join that group, it's on Facebook also. It's Victorious Lives, Victorio.
I feel like I want to hear
Victorious Lives.
Victorious Lives. Look that up. If not, just message Clem if you can't find it. Tomorrow, ladies, we are having Miss Sue Rapley with us tomorrow. We are going to be talking about functional nutrition tomorrow, because how many of you know in this environment, sitting at home, you're going to want to make sure you're eating living foods that are keeping you whole, healthy, and complete. And so Sue is going to bring her gift in nutrition to us tomorrow. So I look forward to having her on. Tune in every single day this week. Go ahead and mark your calendar, 4 o'clock Eastern. Is it 1 o'clock Pacific? Every single day, and wherever you are in the middle, figure it out. Join us every day this week. The theme is self-love, self-care. And then next week, I'm going to be bringing in some beauty experts. We're going to be talking about beauty and image on part 2 of my Breathe series. So thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you and we love you. God bless you.
Bye. Thank you, guys.